this dude that's kind of a groomer. A 29-year-old dude was asked about this woman he's interested in, and she's 19-year-old, and his response was just so bad. And so I want to say me and Sam, we talked about it for a few minutes. And I told him keep it to yourself, because I know you coming in hot. And I try to be reasonable to a certain degree. I try to reason with him. He wasn't hearing no reasoning, y'all. He at the end of the day, my man was not trying to reason with the shit at all. He wasn't feeling it. And I can understand why. So I'm gonna let him say what he got to say on the matter.
I
got the video. I'm gonna play the video, and then he gonna say what he got to say on the matter.
What's your age?
19.
29. I like him young.
How does a 10-year age gap relationship work?
Perfect age gap for a relationship.
Why?
Well, see, when they're 19, you can train them. You can train them, They're very young, so, you can influence them and train them to be the perfect woman for you.
Do you feel like that's true?
Yes.
Do you feel like your boyfriend is misogynistic?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, I'm fine with our relationship. It has worked for us. Guys my age are not, mature enough.
And would guys your age be able to provide the same things that he provides for you right now?
Of course not.
Why go 19 as opposed to 29 or 35?
She's a young sweetheart. What can I say?
Okay, so what's the latest you want to have kids?
5 years to now, yes.
Yeah, biology gives women up to about the age of 27. So I say you got about 8 years in it, So.
What's your age?
19.
29.
I'm gonna let him cycle through.
How does a 10-year age gap relationship work?
Perfect age gap for a relationship.
Why?
Well, see, when they're 19, you can train them. You can train them, They're very young, so, you can influence them and train them to be the perfect woman for you.
Do you feel like that's true?
Yes.
Do you feel like your boyfriend is misogynistic?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, I'm fine with our relationship. It has worked for us. Guys my age are not, mature enough.
And would guys your age be able to provide the same things that he provides for you right now?
Of course not.
Why go 19 as opposed to 29 or 35?
She's a young sweetheart. What can I say?
Okay, so what's the latest you want to have kids?
5 years to now, yes.
Yeah, biology gives women up to about the age of 27. So I say you got about 8 years in it, So.
So I'm gonna let my man Frank cook on this one, man. This dude is what got you so heated about it, man?
It's blatant. It's just blatant, and that was no effort in trying to be PC about it or misogyny. Like, this nigga said exactly what he got a young girl for. And he knows that he would never be able to do that with a woman in his age range. Nigga, he's 29. He's still, kind of young himself.
Yeah.
So why at this point you feel you need somebody that you can manipulate, that you can train, that you can influence to be the perfect woman for him? He ain't say anything about her or what he wants to bring to her life. Nigga said, I want a young girl because I know I can train her for me. Because he knows that little girl fresh out her parents' house. That nigga drove past her yard while she was playing with their dog and put her in the front seat of his car and kept driving. That girl barely out of high school. And you can tell when dude was asking her questions, she was looking at him. And if that ain't brainwashing and controlling and
Grooming.
Yeah, it all falls up under grooming. And the thing that really got me hot was what I showed you in the screenshots.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull those up in just a second. But go ahead, keep on talking.
That idea is becoming more and more prevalent. At first, you used to hear niggas in like 40s or 50s talking stuff like that. This nigga 29. Like this is becoming increasingly more popular with, it's not just middle age to senior men or elderly men or whatever. These niggas are getting younger, talking about they want to get a younger girl. Like, nigga, you still young. If you grab somebody in your age group, y'all can still grow together. But you don't want to grow together. You want to dominate somebody to fit this idea of the woman that you want. And to me, it's just it's dirty. You know what I'm saying? It's dirty that you would want to take up this young girl's, take all the space up in her life to where her purpose is to be there for you, and for what you can extract out of her. You know what I'm saying? But somebody else can take it because.
And I was gonna read some of the comments because you made this post. This was from Instagram, and I'm reading one of the posts where dude says she's a grown woman. She has been out of childhood for a long time. 19 years old is not a child at all. He's dating a grown woman. Next guy says he was, and then somebody else read between the lines, said he was definitely trying hard not to say the word. And I'm assuming the word is grooming. Like let's stop playing with it. And then somebody said grown woman has a certain connotation usually not associated with someone who's still in their teens or sometimes even early 20s. She's an adult according to the law, and that's how most people are going to see it. And I think what the problem with that is that's how most people justify the shit. But of course, there was a guy that told Frank to stop simping. He said, stop simping. These women in the comments ain't gonna smash you. Dudes regularly default to this thing when men don't agree with men. In principle, we are automatically simps. We are, and especially if we go hard in the paint and we stand on our square, we're automatically labeled simps. But the lady said the reality is when your dumbass was 18 and 19 years old, the girls in your age group were not checking for you. They were dating college boys that were in their final years, 25-year-olds with cars. Women are choosing to go for men that are older than them. The older men aren't forcing themselves on these young girls. And I don't believe they're necessarily forcing. I believe that for me personally, I believe that they're taking advantage of the dumb. Like they know they're dumb. So it's like, oh, of course. Yeah, why would I not? It's the path of least resistance, and it has nothing to do with a woman having less baggage all the time. Sometimes it is that, but sometimes it's also that and a combination of I can manipulate and groom. And that's the scary part of it.
I'll tell you one thing. Ain't happening over here. Ain't happening over here. Only way that it can happen is if you don't live in this house.
Yeah, right. There you go. Okay. Yeah, I was finna say, boy.
So that's the only way. And you better not bring that nigga over on the holidays.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bro, man, it's easier said than done to think that we can control what our younger, our young adult children can do. But yeah, I mean, if they're under your roof, you can say, "Oh, this ain't going down." Now, dude made a point at the back end of it
Complete the
when they asked about having children,
Did you complete?
and he said they want to have children in about 5 years or so or plus. And this is the argument I was making to Frank about the whole thing. I said, look, man, one thing I can understand, if a man honestly wants to have children and he wants to enjoy the runway of a relationship before starting to build a family. And what I mean by enjoying the runway, you get into your relationship, you have your marriage, and you give yourself a few years as y'all being a couple before y'all start building that family dynamic and adding children. And a lot of times you find when you talk to people that have been successful in relationships, they had those years where they were just a couple, man and woman, just living their best life together, right? Now, you don't need to be 29 and she needs to be 19 to do that. You could do that with 29 and 24. You can do that with 29 and 23. You can still do that. But he snuck that in there. But I find it to be disingenuous because what you said, Frank, he was never at any point was he speaking about what he plans to do for her. Because for me, if as a man, as a husband, my natural thought isn't just about me, and I don't speak like that. I speak about how my wife's life is going to change for the better with me in it, and whether and even if I die while we're together, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, she's winning no matter what. That's something I emphasize. So he didn't emphasize that, which leads me to be that his position on the age thing, I mean, the children thing is a bit disingenuous because at no point did he speak about actually her well-being and her elevation.
Can I?
Somebody else can tap it. Go ahead.
He doesn't care.
It's Alicia.
Yeah.
I got a couple of things I want to say. One, Frankie said it seems like it's getting worse and worse and worse. But I think that's a little inaccurate because older men have always gone for younger women's, girls, teens.
I said that.
Oh, okay. Because you said it seemed like it got worse. I didn't hear that.
No, I was saying that typically that type of rhetoric will come from older guys, like middle-aged guys to seniors.
No, but I'm saying even back in the day, there were men in their 20s having babies and marrying 12 and 13-year-olds. Yeah, for sure. We saw that in The Color Purple.
You know what though? I will say this to that. Back then, we got to also consider that the culture as a collective groomed men and women to take on the role of husband, wife, mother, and father earlier. We're now in the age where boys and girls are being sent off to school. The boy ain't being pulled out of the school to tend to the farm or be a sharecropper no more. And the girl ain't held back from school so she can learn how to sew and knit and take care of that. Those days are over. My grandmother was raised in that era, seriously, and she still married her peer. But she was raised in a household where if you went to elementary school as a girl, that was like the new thing. Like she was on the first wave of girls going to school. But she also had to be taught how to take care of a household. So when her and my grandfather got married, now again, they were still peers. But what you're saying is true. My grandfather was only 8 years older than my grandmother.
Was she a teenager?
No. Well, she was when they met. She was just out of high school, and he was just around what? No. She was 20, and he was 27, somewhere around there.
Well, I feel
if
like
I'm correct. But they did. Now I will say, but what you're saying is true. They did come from an era where only if you would have went back 10 years before them, the norm was 24-year-old man, 16-year-old girl. But the difference I'm saying is, we were taught that the priority is reproducing and being taken care of the household because we didn't have educational advantages. So
you don't think that's still being taught in certain households? You don't think that same idea might be taught in
Hell no, no. By and large, absolutely not. By and large, no, hell no. Ain't nobody man, find me one woman right now that you can find. If any woman is listening to this under the sound of my sweet voice, if you are actually grooming your daughter from the age of 5 to take care of her siblings, like this starts young. Like my grandmother and them, they started like around 7 years old.
You'd be surprised, my Will.
Yeah, like
you honestly be surprised.
So are y'all them? Were y'all groomed from the age of 7 to be wives and stewards of a household?
No, but just because I can't relate or that's not my story doesn't mean that
I'm saying it's not the norm anymore. I'm not saying it doesn't exist.
I disagree.
Because Marcus Houston got one of those. Marcus Houston, he got one.
If we're making that statement, it's not the norm. Okay, cool. But I just don't want to say that it doesn't exist.
Oh, no. It still exists.
I can agree that there's no longer the norm, but we don't know which side of the fence that particular young lady falls on.
That's very fair. That is very fair. That's very, because with Marcus Houston's situation, we discussed that, guys, right. And I do remember she was Jehovah's Witness and everything else. And when I looked at it from that perspective, I'm like, well, and she was a real full-on sheltered in the box Jehovah's Witness. I'm like, yo, that's different. That's different. It's literally school and home for them. They don't. So I eased up. This guy, man, I don't know. I just know. I know the way a man, when he gets a wife, he is concerned and he speaks about elevating his wife. That is a thing. That guy didn't say, he didn't allude to any of that. He just seemed to, I can train her to be a great woman for me, and she doesn't have any baggage. Like, come on, bro.
You got to look at like the facial expression he made. That man was excited.
Yeah,
to tell that he was grooming.
I mean, he's just an idiot anyway. Talking about something about you can't get pregnant after 27 or something. He said, it's just,
like the whole 27. Like, sir, you can tell this is the type of guy who probably, shoot, that 19-year-old might have been his first.
You know what? You're such an ass.
No, honestly, no. All jokes aside, I genuinely agree with Sheffy. In my personal opinion, niggas like this. No, I'm being really honest. And I hate this. I'm not being mean, bro.
It's about to go
I'm not being mean, but look at the dude. Really look at the dude, right? Really look at him.
What's
like, can you pull up the video? Pull up the video. Please pull up the video.
I'm gonna throw it back up. I want to see this guy
because I want to make my point. Seriously, I really want to make my point. Pull up that video real quick.
Let me bring him in here. Let me bring him back in. That's our other guest. Y'all don't be understanding. We be having multiple guests on here.
What's your age?
Now pause it. I want to hear this nigga talk. 29. I just want you to focus. Look at this nigga.
Look at his shirt, bro.
Like, quite literally, look, he dresses like he's 19, 20 years old. You understand what I'm saying? But just off that alone, I'm gonna put it to you like this. He's the type of dude who wasn't getting zero action in high school. Like, none. I don't know who posted it. I want to say it was Frank that posted it. He was like, the passport niggas, a bunch of niggas who was mad they couldn't get the girl when they was in high school, and now they trying to get the girl or make the girl that was in high school jealous by going out.
I'm gonna find that post. I'm gonna find it.
He look like
he's literally that nigga. He's still chasing the image of that high school bitch in his head. This whole idea of him being bro, the cornball. I guarantee you, she's only there. He probably got a decent little gig. He buy her whatever she wants. She gonna be out for a younger nigga. I guarantee you.
Oh, of course. Of course.
When she said, when he even said the whole, you can train her, she laughed, but you can look at the look on her face like, I'm just playing a role, baby.
Man, listen.
And she's not even American. So that tells me even more.
So I go about 5 years, 6 years up, and 5, 6 years down. I'll go no further than that.
Mine was 7 up, 7 down. I lived in the 7 up, 7 down. Yep, I had a 7 up, 7 down rule.
I couldn't go down.
I need 30s because I'm no disrespect to the ladies, but the young bitches don't know how to wash themselves, bro. I'm good. I need me a woman that still use what's that powder? Shower to shower. That's the kind of woman I need. She need to know how to use.
What?
Oh my god.
Shower to shower, really? That's your
Like what now?
He said shower to shower. I don't even know what that
Shower to
is.
shower what? Shower to shower powder?
The powder, that shit smells good. Oh my
power.
god. When that shit mixed with the female pheromones, oh my god, I be wanting to bite the shit out of
That
women
is
that be wearing that
disgusting.
shit.
Baby, no,
You know,
that's
First
how
of all-
you
hey,
be.
look.
Right.
Listen. I'm
And
gonna keep it straight up with y'all.
disgusting. A grown ass person smelling like baby powder. I hate it. It makes me gag.
Hey, whoa! Do not be disrespectful. We ain't gonna be disrespectful to baby powder. We ain't gonna be disrespectful on here to baby powder. If baby powder ain't up and around and about her neck, I want baby powder right behind her ears.
Exactly.
Grown body,
people
grown person pheromones with baby powder just does not go.
Nah, yo, I love a woman. Listen to me. When she come home from work and that shower to shower done mixed in with her skin and that little bit of sweat, but you better not get your ass in that motherfucking shower. You better not get your ass in that shower. Stop playing with me.
He's speaking some nasty facts. See, he a grizzly bear. See, he one of these old grizzly bear savage dudes. We like a little must on it, just a little, just a little.
They still made
I mean, I
shower.
understand. I understand that part, but the powder smell, that mixture is not.
Not listen to me.
It's just not. I see what you're saying, Chanel. It's just not good for. It's not good for feminine hygiene.
That's cool.
Period,
I'm with that. I appreciate it. Don't put it down below. I'm cool with that.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to get low.
Realize that shower to shower has literally been linked to ovarian cancer.
Well, just throw it around your neck. Just throw it around your neck.
Exactly. Give me something. Give me something.
Look. Can you do it? Can you do a LeBron for a brother? Just clap it. Just clap it in the air real quick. Just LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Now, all jokes aside. The reason why I mentioned shower to shower because it's old. It's old school. I prefer my woman to be grown because she actually take care of herself. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We out here. We got better products these days, though, baby.
Like what? Cut it out, Chef. You was probably using one vanilla sugar. Stop it.
No, I use Fenty and Dove to protect my pH balance.
See, y'all worry about the wrong thing. pH balance and all that stuff. That's not even a real thing. Yeah, you know.
Child.
That's not.
Now y'all wonder what you be smelling when her walk by air smell like that. It's called bacteria.
Yeah, that's okay. I follow that. We gonna follow that walk by air right where it gotta go. We ain't tripping.
That's disgusting.
The police wouldn't even have the police wouldn't even need the dogs for me. She over here, officer. She over here. She over
here. Bro. You are a nasty son of a bitch. But you know what though? I don't know if anybody else wanted to talk about this guy in it does seem a bit groomy. I'm not 100% opposed to.
You're saying it seems. No, you're saying seems. This is clearly a case of grooming. Next chapter.
Yeah. I try to be a little neutral from time to time, but I'm just like, bro, I can't save that guy. That guy is not the example of an older man dating younger that I think is really concerned about family, legacy, and making sure that woman is good.
You know what? So you talking family and legacy? Al Pacino was just with a 29-year-old woman. If we talking family and legacy, we talking about some shit like that. He wanted to have a baby ASAP because he knew he was on his way to fuck up out of here. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
No, he didn't. Al Pacino didn't want that baby. He didn't. He thought the girl had lied on him because he didn't think.
Wait, he denied the baby?
No, he didn't want that baby. He
wow.
didn't want the baby first until they had a paternity test.
Wow.
He thought she was cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I didn't know that. See, here I is defending this nigga.
Yeah,
look at you. Look, that's your spokesperson. He ain't shit either way. You know what though? You mentioned something, Jamel. You mentioned that both of y'all mentioned that guy kind of looks like the guy that he couldn't get that guy get girls when he was in high school. You know what I'm saying? And we've spoken about that a few times. I'm gonna play a video. It was something that we were talking about last week. We were talking about how men are underdeveloped these days when it comes to relationships, being influenced by men, And there's a lot of studies that show that men ain't having as much sex as we used to back in the day. Like this current generation is just not out there like that. And there's some good results. Teen pregnancy is down, right? I don't think that's all because men and women ain't mixing and mingling. I think a lot of it has to do with birth control. But men, the development of incels, all these groups didn't raise up because women just are having birth control. A lot of these groups, these incels, all this stuff popped up because girls are not giving it up to these dudes like they was in a certain age range, back in our day. And I joked about it on last week where I said social media used to be fun 15 years ago because everybody was fucking. Like real talk. It was the drama was somebody was with somebody else's woman or somebody they wasn't supposed to. And people would listen when people are slapping bellies, they happy. But I want to play a little bit of this video. I meant to play it last week, but we ran a little long. And this guy kind of speaks to these modern younger men and the struggles that they're having, and he kind of has a solution on the back end of it. It's 3 minutes long, but I want y'all to just kind of just bear with it just for a minute.
So we have a group of the most dangerous person in the world. We're producing millions of them, and that is a lonely, young, broke male. And just bridging into AI, I think the biggest danger in AI that people are worried about it becoming sentient. I don't buy any of that. Or super weapons. I think that's a problem, but we've managed through those things, bioweapons, et cetera, before. I think the biggest problem that AI presents is that big tech presents a series of low-calorie, low-risk entry points into what feels like a reasonable facsimile of a relationship. I think I'm making friends online. No, but you're not really experiencing friendship. I think I'm in a relationship with somebody. Well, are you really? I'm learning. No, you're not. You're gambling on Coinbase or Robinhood. And rather than endure the rejection and try and develop the skills and make the effort, and it is an effort and involves rejection, of going out into the physical world and revealing yourself as someone who would like to be friends with another man, express romantic interest, take those risks. We're developing these digital analogs of life that create low entry, low risk relationships. And you think, well, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is, because it leads to depression. Because the reason why romantic comedies are 2 hours and not 20 minutes is that life is about the victory of taking risks, enduring rejection, and having a small business that works. About approaching someone and getting the interview, cold emailing someone and getting a coffee, and quite frankly, pursuing someone and developing the skills and deciding to put on a clean shirt and maybe shower more often and maybe hit the gym every once in a while and maybe text when you're not sure how this person feels about you, and figure out a way to interact with someone around the nuance and develop the skills around human sexuality such that you can develop a relationship. That is the victory. That's the payoff after the 2 hours. And fewer men are engaging in those risks and that victory. And I think that AI, in combination with sex bots, is going to create an industry where men start having relationships with algorithms and dolls. Supposedly the sex bot industry is going to be bigger than the domestic box office receipts of all movie theaters in the US within 5 to 6 years. So we're going to have men having relationships with machines and dolls as opposed to other humans. And I think it creates a level of depression. I think Her should be required watching for every teen male. And I think every teenager in high school should have a course as part of health on mating dynamics, where they teach especially young men that approaching a woman and expressing romantic interest while making her feel safe is a skill, and there's nothing wrong with that. And that the end game, a relationship, a partner, a romantic partner, is one of the keys to a happy life. And I think most studies bear that out. And we are sequestering, for a variety of reasons, men from the opportunities to have those relationships. And it also impacts women. But what we're seeing with women is 2 in 3 under the age of 30 have a boyfriend. Only 1 in 3 men have a girlfriend, because women are dating older. They want more economically and emotionally viable men.
niggas just don't got game.
yo, hold on. Before y'all kill him, I knew Jamel and Frank were gonna come in hot. They don't give a damn about all that analysis. They don't need no brain. They just like these niggas just suck. Hold on, before y'all kill these guys. But so did y'all hear the part? And Alicia said she couldn't hear the video, so I kind of want to kind of give her a brief synopsis. Basically, what he was saying was that with AI, it's going to get worse. He was saying with artificial intelligence, it's going to get worse because these guys that aren't able to enter into relationships with women and date successfully, they're going to start basically get some sex bots, and they're going to develop relationships that way. Yeah. And he was saying how we need to go to a new level where we need to make it required training that these young guys these days have to learn how to.
But the thing, bro, it was already required. It was a social expectation at one point in time. This isn't new.
But we don't have that no more. With social media, we don't have that no more. Like literally, more young people nowadays are in their house, on their phone, doing everything so virtual that when you put them in front of another human, it's a struggle. You see what I'm saying?
Honestly, bro, I don't even think it's just young folks though. That's what I'm trying to say. Like from my experience is being out here in this fucking bullshit that we call the dating market right now, right? There's grown people who can't hold a conversation. You understand what I'm saying? I think I was talking to y'all at one point. I was like, I don't know how to do this social media shit. Like I'm used to sliding on a woman in person, like, yo, in the blue shorts. That's the type of energy I'm on. You see what I'm saying? But I can't do this whole sliding in your DMs, and that shit is so detached to me. You see, it don't even require any skill or wit. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I prefer the in-person thing. I miss the days of fucking sending a glass. You drinking lemon drops? I tell the bartender to just send you a lemon drop, and I come over there and we start a conversation. You understand what I'm saying? I'm used to that. That was a social expectation.
But that's because you got beyond the fear of the rejection. And what the guy was just saying, that these young people these days have the fear of the rejection from an actual in-person social interaction. What he was saying is that nowadays with social media and this analog thing that we're doing, everything virtual, there's no risk. They don't feel like they can get hurt when they slide in the DM and get shut down.
But the thing is, though, you're still getting rejected, though. Is what I'm saying.
But they don't see it the same.
It doesn't feel that way.
It don't feel the way. It don't feel the same.
That's so weird to me. The thing to me is, right, and I'm gonna let y'all talk because this conversation always weirds me out, bro. It's one of the reasons why I don't even I swear it's so weird to me. Like from where I'm standing, I don't even look at the conversation when I'm talking to a woman. If she was like, she ain't interested in taking things further, I had her attention. I'm good with that. You track what I'm saying? Look, I appreciate the conversation. You feel me? I don't even need your drugs in that.
You're from a different crop, because I had to realize the same. Man, trust me, man. I had to realize the same thing years ago. Yeah, I realized the same thing when I was added to Facebook groups and I saw all these dudes complaining, and I was going in. And somebody had to say, bro, hey, they pulled me to the side and say, hey, man, these dudes ain't built like that, because they didn't start trying to date until they got into their freshman year in college. I was like, shit.
Nigga, what?
That's real.
Grade, we used to literally bet each other we could get numbers. Like
that's the difference. So that's the difference. So by the time they do it, we were groomed from middle school to high school. They started getting groomed in college. The difference is the embarrassment level. Your delusional confidence starts to go down as you get older. So when you hit college, you feel like the stakes are even higher. I got to see this girl on campus. I got to see her back in class. I might see her at that party. When you young and dumb, you don't care. You're like, okay, I'm going to take this L. I'm going to take this L. When the older you get, them L's, I guess they hit different. I don't know, because by the time I was an adult, what could she tell me? No.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not even, that's the thing though. For me, it ain't even an L, bro. I quite literally had a situation where a woman told me I was trying to help her in Walmart. She was trying to get some shit off the shelf. She was mad little. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it looked like you use a hand. She's like, it looked like you can mind your business. I said, if you wasn't in front of me, I shit you not. I said, if you wasn't in front of me, I'd be able to pay attention. But understand, you're worth me not minding my business for, but I'm gonna keep it pushing. And I shit you fucking not. She started cheesing and I kept it moving. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't good with that.
No.
You understand what I'm saying?
But bro,
You built
this is what
different,
you're
baby.
saying.
You're a unicorn.
You built different. See, you had that comeback from years and years and years of enduring. Those guys don't have that comeback. They finna hit her over the head with a waffle iron if she reject them. Like
they gonna shoot her.
They hurt. They are hurt. They can't
Yo,
even laugh
what
it
are you
off.
saying? I'm mute. I'm gonna listen to y'all, nigga. I don't know what the fuck.
It's unsafe out here. It's literally
they're not
unsafe.
built
You gotta
for it.
keep the blicker on you, like for real.
Man, I got a couple of points.
He go.
One,
He put his food down.
them niggas too angry.
Yeah.
And that's what they lead with. And that's why they respond so angrily when it's a simple letdown. And she could be as nice as ever about it.
They already
They say no
angry.
thank you. They approach it with anger. They're expecting to have to resort to communicate through that anger. So when they get a simple no thank you, it's already there. Because they're always at a boiling point. They have no comfort. Huh?
It's like if they fragile. Any little thing is liable to set them off like a grenade.
You ever seen a nigga at a casino table that keep losing?
Boy, you ain't
that
said
tie loose.
He's sweating.
His sleeves rolled up to his forearms.
He looking at the He looking at the ATM. He got his card. See, he got his ATM card in his hand and he tapping it like, man, I don't want to go back to the ATM. I told my wife I wasn't gonna pull no money out of the ATM, and I know she gonna see that transaction, but I'm down 1,000, and I ain't gonna get this cash back. But if I go to the ATM, I can withdraw it. But he hurt right now.
That's what them niggas are. Man, matter of fact, nigga, he don't got nothing in the ATM no more. That nigga is at the point of where everything is riding on this last toss of the dice. If it's snake eye, that nigga go blow the whole casino up. So them niggas.
So these niggas is trying to holler at women as an act of desperation.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know what it is. A lot of times, they put so much stock into this 1% because they haven't had success. So what they do is, men are already linear in our thinking and pursuits. We get tunnel vision by default. That's just what we do. But for them, it's more extreme because they've never had success. So they see something that looks like it checks all the boxes, so they need it to work. Because, man, she looks good. She seems like she might be receptive. And they already got a wedding in their head. They already thinking, they're like, this will be just perfect. It's the next time I come back to this grocery store, we're going down the aisle together. So when they going with all that baggage, and they don't have the confidence because they put all of it together. So when she shoots him down, his whole life is over. Because now that was my wife right there. Now I got to start back from scratch. You don't even know her, bro. There's so much stock into it because they're not used to rejection. They're not used to, all right, she's not interested. Next, let me look at the next aisle. They don't see it like that. Because either they experienced rejection one time and that one time was enough, so they stopped trying, or they've never done it and they just fear rejection. But that's like anything in life, man. You can't fear failure because you ain't gonna never act.
Well, I think that's something we have to learn over time. Some people are born less or more fearless, I guess.
Yeah.
Honestly, it ain't even that I don't be scared. I use that shit to fuel me. Like, I'm gonna get this pretty thing. I'm about to get this pretty motherfucker.
So when and if you feel scared, how does that feel for you? What's that experience?
So real rap, this is exactly how it go for me. I'm like, oh, she bad. I'm about to go say something to her. It's like me. I'm the little kid in my head again, talking to all my little homeboys. I'm about to go get her number. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on in my head. I shit you not, that's what's going on in my head. And I'm sitting there like, you ain't gonna get the number. I bet you I do. So it causes me to put on my best game face. You see what I'm saying? Okay. I walk up to shorty, palms is sweaty, knees weak, arms is heavy. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
But however, that I shit you fucking not, what's going through my head at that time, even though I'm feeling that way, is like I'm going get it. And the thing is, regardless of whether or not I walk away with the woman, I get excited about the fact that I get her attention, a smile, anything. That let me know she digging what I'm saying at a minimum. You see what I'm saying?
What I think I'm hearing, and it's less about not being fearful, but being comfortable with being uncomfortable in that moment.
There
Like
you go.
you're uncomfortable, but that doesn't stop you. Like you push through the uncomfortableness. So
What you just said, it's you're comfortable
you're
being
not fearless.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, you just okay
What
with.
of course I am. Listen, I have only dealt with women that was 185 or better. You know how uncomfortable it is to have a woman 185 sitting on your lap for about an hour and a half? That shit ain't comfortable. But I love it. I love it.
you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of as men, like I never played basketball on any real level, but I like to hoop. And every time I saw a bigger dude, I was like, look at that big punk. I dunk on his ass. He better not. And now look, I know this big dude, if he got any skill with that weight and height, ain't nothing I can do with him. If my boy if CL Samuels, if he watching this big dude, this dude is 6'5". This dude would take me in the block. Wasn't nothing I can do with that dude. He came on the court with his son. His son is thin, same height, but just athletic as hell. This grown man threw his son a lob in my direction, and I'll never forgive him for doing that. But my confidence was, what difference does it make? I think I can handle him and his son, and I was dead wrong. No, I couldn't.
What's the difference between confidence and delusion?
It's a thin line because I think I'm
honestly, it ain't even a thin line. It's not even a thin line. The shit they're the same. The only difference between confidence and delusion is one is backed up by your past success rate. The other is backed up in no success at all.
Say that. Hold on. Say that again. Repeat that for him. What's the difference between confidence and delusion? Because I'm gonna clip this shit out and I'm gonna make this go famous. Goddamn it.
The difference between confidence and delusion is your confidence is backed up by your past successes. Your delusions don't have anything to stand on. You just believe in just to believe. That's just like blind faith.
I believe I can just guard Allen Iverson. I believe I can just guard. I can just shut down LeBron. I can do it. What you talking about? There's nothing. Curry ain't getting no threes on me. Ain't nothing in my life. In the gym. Nothing in my life says that's real. Tyson, what? Tyson who? Nothing. Put me in a ring with him. I got him. That is delusion.
Yeah.
That was a good breakdown. I
really like that. That got my wheels spinning. Okay. Yes. I love the substance on this show. Shit.
Do you be in the group? Shit. Yeah, he be in the group. Yeah, he be in the group talking shit. He be on my post talking shit. He pop up talking shit. Yeah, that was a good one. All right, so if y'all don't got nothing else on this one, I'm gonna rock on to the next one, man, because Sheffy, she called them relationship management professionals. Relationship management professionals, also known as side chicks. Now, since I have a bit of a video, now we can cut. I want us to go in and out of this one. This one is 5 minutes long. Alicia, if you want to kind of back out of it, kind of watch it from the screen and then jump back, because I know you can't hear. But
okay. Well,
this is a whole scenario. Yeah. This is a whole little scenario, and we can chime in and out of it. But Sheffy, this gonna be your baby right here, because Sheffy called them relationship management professionals. And
you rocking.
We gonna see where she go with this.
You being dramatic. I'm not rocking the boat. I apologize. That was wrong.
You got this real funky ass energy going on with you right now. Like everything I got.
Ring off your finger. You want to start with that?
Yeah, because you act like because my ring is not on my finger that somehow I'm not recognized. I'm married, right?
That I know you're married.
Yeah, well, and I hope you don't lose sight of it.
How could I not? Your wife reminds me that you're married. I really could give a fuck about the ring. It's tradition, okay? When you come over here, the ring goes off. That's it. That's all. But not today for some special reason. But I'm brand new. What's up with that? That's not new energy. Nigga, please.
This shit man, come on. What part of the game are you missing? You delusional? You don't get that every time I come here to oblige you, I take my ring off?
Oh, you're obliging.
Yes, I'm obliging.
That's you. That is your baggage that you remove.
Now you want to ride with this little guilt trip now.
I'm not tripping. That's what it is. I am your fantasy, okay? And I love that. I make you happy when you come over here, you get away, and that's what we want. You call and invited yourself over. I cooked, and now you got beef. What is up with all of that? You got a problem with me trying to make you happy today?
No problem at all, sweetheart. I'm sorry.
Well, you doing it.
But you continuing it.
You started it.
I started off.
You stood here and started it with the big dramatic pause and the big brand new, but you're not with it.
I'll with you about this later, all right?
DeAndre, you are not going to call me later.
Again. I mean, I don't know why I even can speak to you.
What you mean you don't know why you
because
speak
you
to
don't
me?
believe
What does
shit
that
I tell
mean?
you. I'm telling you what's going on with me.
Because I know
and you
when
ain't
you're lying. I know you enough to know when you are lying, and you lying right now. You're not going to call me back today.
Yes, I'm going to answer my fucking phone. I appreciate you to keep your mouth shut, too. Speak. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going. All of a sudden, the phone is a problem. The phone rings one time, the phone rings 20 times. It's a problem. But you tripping like something's changed. All this arguing, bitching, and moaning, I can get that at home. I don't need that here with you. I'm amazed at how disrespectful you become. This shit is just it's amazing to me. You say you want one thing, but I can't imagine you really do, man, the way you've been behaving this day. But it's cool. That's what you want to do.
Are you talking to me? I thought you were still on the phone. What did you say? I was trying to be respectful. That's what I thought.
Come here, baby. He don't know what you doing. What he doing with you?
He don't know. He tripping.
He don't know what he doing with you, Ma. Come here.
Hold on. It's about to go left.
Hello? Hello?
I'm sorry, I must have the wrong number.
Who are you looking for?
Excuse me?
Did you call DeAndre?
Yes, I did. Who is this?
This is Helena. Who's this?
This is his wife.
Oh, he just left. Did you want to leave a message?
Who is this?
Helena. What's your name again?
Bitch, I know you know me by my
Who?
first name.
Who?
Jade.
Oh. That is such a pretty name.
You are so far out of line right now.
I wasn't trying to be out of line. I apologize. You're
Apology
obviously
not
looking for
accepted
him.
because I know damn well you know. If I called my husband's phone, I was not calling for you.
Well, I was trying to help her. I didn't know.
Thank you. I'm really
I do what
trying
I
to
can.
understand why my husband with you today.
Maybe you should ask him.
I'm asking you, bitch. You want to answer the phone?
I'm not the bitch. I think you got the wrong number for real. You have a problem with your husband, not me, Cal. Well, is there something I can help you with?
You know what? How long has this been going on, Helena?
About 8 months. Jade.
Do you love him?
Maybe. Do you?
What the fuck do you think? What do you think? I took the ring, the last name, the bill, the debt, the child support, everything. Yes, I love him. How would
I know that was a bit long. I don't know if any of y'all. I don't know if any of y'all have actually even been faced with something similar to that. I have. I won't go into details, but all I'm gonna say is when it's
Nigga, you ain't
great.
gonna leave me out here when I share my story. You gonna share yours.
Let me just say this: when it's great, it's great. When it goes back, so I don't want to steal Sheffy's thunder about because I want her to speak on it, but just in that scenario specifically, what I saw was she was doing a bit much. You know, she cooked. She was doing a bit much, and he was getting a little uncomfortable. And when he was trying to leave, she wasn't really just letting him. You know what I'm saying? She was getting attached, yet trying to stay in her lane, and he didn't know how to manage that situation. And truth be told, as the husband in that situation, you don't try to manage it. You got to let it go, because at that point she's willing to burn it down. You know, just like when she answered that call, she didn't have to answer that call, but she answered that call, and she purposely answered that call so she could burn that thing down. But why was this a subject you wanted to talk about specifically, Chef?
So we had that post in the group where it talked about if you know a woman who's a side chick, what is some advice you can give her? One of the comments was a girl, shoot, I can't remember exactly what she said, but basically she was saying that thank you to the side chick for doing all the work with none of the perks or benefits. And I'm like, that don't sound right. Cause last I checked, these dudes spend money on their side chicks.
A lot of dudes do.
They going on trips.
A lot of dudes do.
There was that TikTok of that girl who went on a cruise with her side dude while he was on the same cruise with his wife.
Yeah.
So the thing that caught me in that is like the woman was somehow saying the wife is better because she's the wife and the side chick is this other thing, and it's like, no, y'all both being disrespected if you want to be truthful.
How's the side chick being disrespected?
I guess you have a point.
Yeah, because she's in
the even better.
Yeah, there you. That's why I said it like that. Go ahead now. Sorry.
So I replied to her because I said, so what exactly are the benefits and perks of being with a lying man? And she was like, well, if you don't know, if you have to ask, that means you don't know. Pump your brakes, sweetheart. Been here, done that. Been the wife already. I already know these things. I know what's on the married side. But the thing, I guess, that bothered me about no, Alicia, we can't hear you. I don't even.
I got her. I got her.
We can't just skate past that.
I got her now. I got her.
We can't just skate past that flex. She said, "I know what it's like on the white side." We can't just skate past that flex.
I mean, for real, like, don't come to me talking about something. If you gotta ask, you don't, girl, you don't know nothing about me, baby. Fall all the way back. But I guess the thing that gets me in this situation is that in the side chick wife scenario, these two women end up being pitted against each other while the man just sitting back enjoying them both. And that's
in the long run, that's it starts out like this, and in the longer it goes on, the probability start. It's an inevitable. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. And if dude has any sense, when it's doing this, you out. But when men, we have an ego, we're invincible. We're gonna sit at the table and gamble because we believe we're gonna win. And when they cross, they run smack dab in each other, just like we saw in the scenario. The wife starts taking it out on her, and she's getting snippy with the wife.
And it's like, none of that is necessary, baby. None of that's necessary. I am a believer in polyamorous relationships. I do not believe romantic love is singular because no other love is singular. So why the hell would romantic love be singular? So I completely understand the notion of a man being in love with two women, women being in love with two men. Shoot, she might be in love with 6 men. Whatever. That's whatever works for them people works for them people. But I don't vibe with the, oh, well, let me take it out on you. Baby girl, she didn't make no vows with you. He did.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that the other person's fault? On either side.
Right.
I don't agree with it. And even in the situation where you have a woman who has a side dude, and now her husband knows about the side dude, and he in his feelings. That man ain't do nothing to you. That man don't even know you. Your vow is with your wife. Your vow is with your husband. The other person is relationship management professional, relationship support professional, whatever you want to call it. That person was brought into the fold for a reason. Now, I don't agree with the reason that, well, it's the woman's fault the man cheat. No, it's still a choice.
Right.
However, you can't sit there and be like, well, I got all the benefits and perks, but every time your man come home, I'm tired. I don't feel like it tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Because the problem there is there's a lot of women marrying men they don't even like just because they want to be married. And I don't agree with that either. Because all it's doing is creating a conglomerate, a huge pool of unhappy behind dudes who are going out here seeking side chicks and disrupting their lives too. When it's, ma'am, if you ain't like that man, don't marry him. But there's the fascination of I want to be married because being the wife is the title. But you ain't done none of the work of being a wife either. So it's one of those things where you can't. I don't think you can't absolve a man for cheating by saying, well, it was the wife's fault. You can't do that. Disagree. Because he still has to choose to go do that. However, the wife has to also look at, well, maybe there were some doors open. And it's not that it's your fault so much as there may be just a disconnect. And his connection with that other woman is stronger than his connection with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a vicious circle, I think, of people choosing people for the wrong reasons. And then they're basing the engagement on the title instead of, do you have a connection with this person?
Man. Hold on. See, guy, you gotta say, okay, say that again. Say that again, because I think what you just said is really important. I'll repeat it. It's not the side chick title, the wife title isn't the thing. It's the connection that this person has with this person, whether it's the dude. Absolutely, that's absolutely true.
And therein lies the problem, because you have these women, the wife side. Well, I'm the prize because I'm the wife. No, ma'am, because you also have to factor in men typically marry what's available.
Mm-hmm.
You were just available. That doesn't mean
Yo, chill. What the fuck? What's up with you?
I'm just being real.
A lot of
men marry what's available, and then a lot of women will marry men that they don't actually like. Just
yo, if you watching this and you attracted to me, you the prize. I don't give a fuck what she talking about. You the prize.
But Jamel, you are a unicorn. Let's establish that.
Yeah, you let me tell you, you and Frank, y'all set the bar as far as fidelity, as far as loyalty. Like y'all go hard.
That ain't what's out here in these streets, man.
Yeah, man. Like, let me tell you, let me be honest.
It's a whole lot of unhappy behind people just because they're choosing to be with the wrong people.
Man, let me tell you, man. I ain't gonna put too much of my business out in the street. This is not my current marriage. This is not my last marriage. Listen, don't try to identify this with. Don't try to draw no parallels to my current day life. All right. I will say from my experience that the connection is the thing. Here's what I've told every peer that I've ever had a conversation with, a real transparent conversation with, when it comes to infidelity. The worst thing can happen is you go out there looking and you find what you think you want. That is, it sounds like, yeah, man, that's what I want. Cool. I'm good. Whatever I think I'm missing, I found that over here. That's actually the worst thing that can happen because you think you found the 20% that you was missing. What happens is that 20% is there, but then there's some other stuff sprinkled in there that you couldn't quite account for that you didn't even really realize was a factor. And when that happens, that connection, like Chef said, that side chick, that side guy, whoever he is, and I'm just speaking in general now, that's no longer that title. That's another person in your life now. That's somebody.
That's a whole other relationship.
That's what it becomes. And at that point, yo, you good luck to whoever you are in that situation, because there's only a few things. It's gonna hurt no matter what. It's either gonna hurt later when it all collides, or it's gonna hurt by you manning or woman up and deciding I can't do this. I gotta cut it off. There's a lot of sad men. There's a lot of men sad, and there's a lot of women sad. There's a lot of spouses sad because they had to break up with their side person. They got a funky mood. They mean, they snippy, they
consoling
snippy.
them and everything, and don't
Yeah,
even know.
now, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Wife is like, "Is everything okay, baby? You seem a little tense," and you're like, "Man, it's just a bad day, just a bad day." Yeah, his side chick just broke up with him. She said she can't do it no more, and if he had any sense about him, he did not try to bring her back into the fold. He did not try to convince her. The worst thing you can do as the man is when that woman try to walk, you say, no, baby, and you bring her back in, bro. I'm telling you, it can be disastrous. those outcomes aren't favorable. Either way, for men or women. And now as far as relationship management,
maybe it should be relationship support. Maybe that's better.
Whatever it is, I do think in some ways that other person is like a crutch in the short term, because
absolutely,
if they make you happy, they make you happy. So for a little while, you're having your cake and eating it too. So everything is great. It's just not sustainable. And it's not sustainable in dishonesty, because this isn't polyamory. This isn't open. This isn't trusting. This isn't where everybody has input. This isn't even. This doesn't have rules. You think you have boundaries established, and you probably do it day 1, but at day 90, nah, you ain't got no bound. Your boundaries start to kind of blur into real life. You start to make exceptions and all this other stuff, and it will just unravel on you. So you. Oh no, don't do it. Just don't do it. Most people ain't built for it.
You know, folks gonna do it.
Of course they are, and they gonna and yeah, of course
going after titles.
And I like that folks gonna do it. Keep on doing it. It's inevitable. It'll never change. But positive. Old girl in that scenario, you could just tell she was really trying. That was becoming her man. And old dude was struggling just walking away, and he done got distracted and left his phone there. And then the phone rings, and she picks it up. Woo!
That's a side chick that don't know her job. Like,
look, you see when he pulled up, he just said, "Where did he go? Where did he drive off to, Frank? Where did he drive to after he pulled up and realized that old girl had that phone?
Where did he drive to?
Yeah, where do you think he went after that? He pulled up and the side chick had the phone and was smiling. Where do you think he went?
He probably got halfway home.
No, I'm saying after that, once he realized she had the phone, because remember, he got back in the car and just drove off. He didn't even go get the phone. Where did he go after that?
He went his other side chick house.
What, liquor store?
You said what?
He better have gone to the liquor store.
He should have went to the liquor store. He should have.
Anyway, he bought 3 bottles.
Woo, boy.
Man,
you know what? Go ahead.
I think people who cheat, the average person who cheats, the average cheater, I don't think that person is greedy. I think that person is deluded. And the reason why I think that person is deluded is because they think that they can keep the charade up long term.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know when to get up from the table.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm up, I can make another 1,000. Nigga back at the casino.
Yeah, bro.
So nigga don't know when to quit when he's ahead. And also deluded in thinking that it can be this thing that he can manage and he can keep control over it and is not going to morph into something else. It's always going to mutate. It's always going to mutate. And then you're gonna mess around and have the toxic Avenger that you're contending with. So the safest thing, I believe, is if you're feeling unfulfilled, go through all the channels necessary to try to resolve whatever the issue is. If you still can't resolve it, just leave. Save everybody the trouble and just leave. And especially the woman who don't have anything to do with it that you bring into it. And that's another thing I don't understand about women who are willing to do it. Like, man, you're being used. You're being used, but you're convincing yourself that you're okay with that because you feel like you're getting something out of it.
But temporarily, because temporarily, so you gotta understand their side. Some of them, yeah. What movie
they
was
getting
that?
bills paid out here.
Yeah.
I know. I'm saying I said they think they're not because they are. They feel they are gaining something from it, but essentially they're still being used.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. What movie was that? I think it was the Terminal with Tom Hanks, where the woman was a flight attendant and she kept meeting up with this guy every time she would show up to the airport, and Tom Hanks was there the whole time and he was checking for her, but she was just into this pilot or into whoever it was she was meeting, and sometimes he wouldn't meet her and sometimes he would, and you would see that, man, when it worked, when she was able to meet that guy, it was perfect. But when he wasn't able to make it, like it was heartbreaking. And for her lifestyle, it seemed to work because she was a traveling worker, so it's ideal because she can only do what she can do when she can. But the moment he doesn't show up and she doesn't have that feeling that this is my man, she's by herself now, and it hurts and it sucks. And so I think a lot of them, based on whatever their circumstances are, they become the side chick and they're okay with it until they want more. The problem is now you want more and you have feelings and he's not going to give more. If he's a fool, he's going to give more. If he's a fool, if he's a fool.
And I mean, I think that's a big problem in the situation as well. The whole, side chick thinking, oh, he gonna leave his wife for me. Baby, no, he's not. No. But he unhappy with her. Yeah, he is. And he's still gonna stay. Because men don't like to be the ones to call it quits.
All right. So I think did everybody know? I'm gonna let Lisa speak before I say something.
Because he gonna tear everybody. He gonna tear everybody up. All you unfaithful sons of bitches. He's gonna tear everybody up. Go ahead, Alicia. Jamel finna read everybody.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I think I was gonna make a comment. Y'all said something about the side chick not having any disadvantages. Did somebody say that earlier?
No.
Okay, then I can't remember.
But do you think there are any advantages whatsoever?
Yeah, there's always pros and cons. I mean, the pros is getting your bills paid. You might go on trips, but again, this depends on what type of dude you dealing with. Because there's plenty of women who are side chicks to dudes who just drive trucks. And not saying that they don't have money, but they ain't got to be taking women on trips and all that bullshit. So everybody not getting a rich ass man that's married.
That's true.
Like
some of them just getting dick bubble gum and TGI Fridays for real.
It maybe a 45 and a Budweiser is what some of these folks is getting.
And it's DoorDash.
Exactly.
You ain't going out.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So I don't think it's that glamorous for everybody.
Yeah. All right, man. Jamel, go ahead and tell us how. Go ahead and get us. Jamel, can you hear us? Did he mute his mic? We might have been spared. Where you go? He's. I see you was at his office. Don't worry. He gonna come back and get us when he got back because I know he feels some way about it. At any rate, and that's true. No, but it's true what you just said, Alicia. All the situations aren't. Some of them aren't even. There's no real financial gain. Some of it's just time.
I feel like most of it is. I feel like it might be 20% of side chicks that's living a great life, being a side.
Yeah,
chick.
yeah, I would agree.
That high.
Yeah, it might be.
Okay,
no,
cool.
I think it's like 5.
Yeah, it's low. you know what a lot of it is, honestly. A lot of it is indeed circumstantial. You have a woman that she does not want her own man, and she knows that this married dude or this dude in a relationship, he's got limited time. Somebody else wants him, so that's a vouching sort of thing. No matter how we try to put it, somebody else that wants you makes you a bit more optimal in the eyes of the world. That's just the way it is. So she really don't want her own. Somebody else wants him. Typically, when a man is in a relationship, he at least has a level of emotional awareness, because he's not just in this silo of being a man all the time. I'm not saying all, I'm just saying a lot of time, because we're always, let me tell you the difference between bachelor me, dating me, and husband me. My emotional EQ was like dialed all the way down, and I can turn it on and turn it off. But when you're married and you're in a long-term relationship, that emotional EQ, it got to be on all the time. Women can sense that from a man just in conversation or interaction, that his emotional EQ is dialed in. So that's something they gravitate towards. So there's all these little things that just makes him more appealing. And for a short time, she thinks she can manage that. However, over the long term, her circumstances are going to change. Her feelings are going to change. She's going to want her own man. And at that point, the dude need to tap out. Like, it's like wrestling. The minute they put you in a chokehold, you ain't got to pass out. Tap out. All right, I'm good. You got me. You know what I'm saying? If Jamel ain't going to tap in, I'm going to move on to the next subject. I know he wanted to give us some smoke for this one, but he probably jumped into some. But we'll circle back to it. The next thing I wanted to tap into.
I'm here.
Oh, there you go. All right, go ahead and tell us. Go ahead and knock everybody's heads off real quick.
No, honestly, I'm not knocking nobody's heads off. I ain't knocking nobody's heads off. I much like what Sheffy was saying, there are pros and cons. I think the only time it goes sour, and this is just my opinion, as someone who has once at one point in time had a side chick. I had a side chick for 5 years, actually. 5 years. I think it comes down to the misunderstanding of the fact that she's looking for a man to have just as much as you got a wife that has you. Understand what I'm saying? And a lot of niggas just be looking at shorty like, you know your role. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, nigga, that's a whole. She got feelings too, fam. She got feelings too. She gonna feel jealous. She want gifts. She want trips and all that shit. You better listen to me. At the time when I was doing that sidekick chick shit, I was living by a core tenet. You see what I'm saying? By the great pastor, Reverend Bishop Fabulous. He said, and I know the boutiques and shops she run through, so I cop her one and cop you one too. You understand what I'm saying?
That is not that sounds funny. That sounds funny until women is on Instagram comparing their gifts. That worked against me one time. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. I was met. I'm telling you, I had got both of them some nice shoes for a day, for a particular holiday. They both got some nice shoes. And one of them said, hers look better than mine. I need to see the receipts. Which one you spent the most on? At that point, see, I should have quit. I should have quit long before that. But I was so far in, I figured, all right, I'm in the mall. I'm literally in the mall, and I'm getting 2 pairs of shoes, and they around the same size, give or take, and they different style, different color. And I remember the lady watching me. She was like, "Why you gonna get 2 shoes the same color?" And I'm just, or the same that are so similar. And I just said, "Oh, this is for her. This is for her." And they was like, "Wait, what?" And it came out so fast. I'm like, "What is wrong with me?" I'm telling you. Hey man, I don't know if we had that conversation, Frank. You always
listen.
I don't understand the
Listen,
psyche.
I was in 3D.
The psyche. Like, I don't understand the thought process that goes into, like, at what point does that alarm go off and say this wrong?
Oh, it goes off all the time. You just find a way to bury it beneath some bullshit to make it seem like it's worthwhile or it's gonna be okay later. It's
So
literally
like
like it's literally the man sitting at the gambling table. He's down 1,000 and he's saying, "All I gotta do is bet another 200 and then double that and then double that and I'm back." It's literally that. You always think you got a way out. You ain't got no way out.
Honestly, I wouldn't even think about no way out when I was doing it. Because in my situation was different. No, I'm being really serious. My shit was different. I'm really being serious. So I was in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm freshly divorced. I was in a relationship where I was carrying the relationship emotionally, physically, financially, the whole shebang. Shorty literally just existed and she cooked. That was it. I'm not even just saying, I'm keeping it a buck, like quite literally. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. You feel me? What she failed to do, I had someone else doing because I was gaining weight and all kinds of shit. I looked horrible, bro. Like I looked crazy. And this chick, she said some slick shit to me at my worst. And I was hooked, fam. I ain't gonna lie, I fell. I was shit. What you just say to me? I look like who? Oh, okay. And ever since then, I was paying her rent, her light bill, taking her kids to school before I went to work, making sure she stayed fly, making sure she had the same shit my ex had, everything. It was literally 2 relationships at once. I had no desire at that time to let either one go because my ex at the time, with her not doing a motherfucking thing, you know what I'm saying? I was about to divorce her. And Shorty, she was giving me everything I wasn't getting. So I was about to let her go. It was like I had one woman, realistically.
And therein lies the danger. I had a very similar situation. Like for real, there was a point in time where I was like, okay, I got 2 women. But it burned, man, I can't tell you, bro. I think I'm telling you, if I lived to be 125, I would have lived to be 135 if I never endured that bullshit, or if I never did, because man, it was so much. Because one woman is enough. one woman, y'all are enough. Y'all really are.
That's literal. Yeah, that's fact.
Yeah,
that's
when
fact.
you consider. Yeah, when you consider all the work that comes into nurturing that. So like I said, the worst thing can happen for a person is if they go outside of their marriage and they find that, or they go outside of their relationship and find that, because you found it, but you're gonna also find other stuff you want. And so, like Chef said, that's a whole other relationship. By default, you're gonna want to nurture it, and it's going to get to a point where you're gonna be split between the two. And you in dishonesty, you're not built like that. In polyamorous
Everybody, being completely honest, it's impossible to divide yourself up equally in some shit like that. Like quite literally, in my opinion.
Thank you.
But there's no such thing.
And this is coming from a nigga that actually did it, bro. I was paying 2 rents, 2 car notes. You see what I'm saying? It was crazy. It was fucking crazy. It was fucking crazy. I take one to the Bahamas, the other one had to go to Jamaica. It got really fucking bananas. You see what I'm saying? So
man,
it got really bananas.
Listen, I was struggling. Listen, I'm gonna be all the way real with y'all as a dude. I was struggling just putting out for both of them on a regular basis. I
had no problem. I had no problem.
Wait, listen, I'm keeping. Listen, and I'm not saying that on a deficient side. I mean, I was still performing, but it got to a point where I didn't want none no more. I'm like, I'm good.
Shit. What I lacked in the way, I made up for in taste, nigga.
I was so listen. I was so.
I said, well, there was a will.
No, I was so grateful for a day. I was so grateful for a day where I didn't see either one of them, and I just got to sit there and didn't have to. Just a day alone. I was like, whoa, this is great. I don't have to hug, kiss, touch, rub, nothing. I am free. You know what I'm saying?
Now that's true because for me, I had a hard time separating the two relationships. That shit started to mix together after a while. Like I said, it was 5 years. You see what I'm saying? So
Did you ever take them on? Did you ever take them on a date at the same time? Like all three of y'all go out?
fuck no. I tried it one time where it was one
that's how
time.
bad
It was one time I tried introducing my ex to Shorty. You know what I'm saying? We met up at a suite. I got a suite. We met up at the suite and everything. I tried to introduce her, whatever the case may be, and she's like, she cute or whatever. I was like, oh, here we go. All right, let's go. Let's just go.
Mine's decided to meet on their own, and then they decided, hey, we're just gonna meet and compare notes. And then eventually, I remember the first time we all went out, I answered the phone while woman A was there. Woman B calls on the phone, and I, hey, what's up? Hey, she's like, hey, what you doing? I said, oh, I'm doing XYZ. She's like, such and such over there. I'm like, yeah, such and such over here. She said, well, what y'all finna do? I said, I don't know. We finna go probably watch some football. Where y'all going? Oh, we finna go to this spot right here. She said, oh, I'm coming too. And then woman A is like, oh, who that on the phone? Oh, that's this woman B. Oh, tell her she can come. And then she jumps in the and I'm sitting there. I call one of my partners and say, hey, bro, this address, this is where we're gonna be, just in case they try to kill me. So just get there. Because I didn't trust it. I didn't know what was going on. So that happened a few times where we all was in the same place at the same time. It just became, but even that wasn't no Mac Daddy shit. That was very, it was too, because then I realized that in real life, I'm sitting right here. Somebody's here. How do I manage? If you got two kids that are around the same age, you know how hard it is to entertain two children. And I'm just comparing. Hey, you good? Okay, hey, you good? And the shit ain't cheap because they didn't pay for that. They didn't split that. They didn't put no money in on that. So wherever we went, and I paid for two, that wasn't cheap.
I'm confused.
Bro, have you ever sat and had dinner by yourself and looked at the receipt? That shit is satisfying.
That shit is great.
That shit feels good. Bro, I ate a steak, some mashed potatoes, corn, and had 4 drinks. And that shit only came out to about $75. I felt so good. I was like, God damn, this is nice.
Hold on, what would you feel? You said you confused, Alicia. Go ahead.
Yeah, so they found out about each other, met without you knowing, compared notes, and you didn't get, it was no backlash.
No, because the way, okay, so they both at that time knew I was seeing the other.
Oh, okay.
But the reason they compared notes was because
so there was no side chicks involved. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So at first it was, but it evolved into this
same shit.
But the reason they met was because I would tell one, they would ask, they're like, so what's going on with you and her? And I would be very honest. I'm like, well, we're good. And what does she think about me and you over here? And I would tell them, well, she thinks this because I told her this. So I would tell woman A that I told woman B everything that's going over here with woman A. And then I would tell woman B, and I would tell woman B that I'm telling woman A everything else is going on. So they're both sitting there like, there's no way you're telling both of us the absolute truth. And I'm like, no, I am. Like, and because both of them were thinking she's not okay with that. But I'm like, well, you're okay with it. Why do you think she's not okay with it? So what they did was they said, all right, they set me up. They found out where I was gonna be one day, and they said, we're gonna meet over here. And then they compared notes, and after that, it was kind of like that was a sign of the times because it was coming to an end. It eventually came to an end. But basically, they both sat back and said, "Well, I mean, you ain't the line, motherfucker. We might have thought you could have been. So,
interesting.
What are we gonna do?" I think they both just applied pressure after that. Both of them said, all right, we finna see if you built for this.
Get the fuck out, man.
No, dead serious.
You love to see it.
Dead serious. It was what you gonna do for Christmas.
Yo, are you serious? So they intentionally created fucking tension. Are you serious right now?
Yo, I'm not playing. It was what you gonna do for the holidays.
Yeah.
What you gonna do for your birthday? Because I want to take you. She wants it. What you gonna do for Valentine's Day? I'm not finna sit here while she's sitting there. What, like it became a thing where logistically, can you even handle this?
I'm
sitting there like, No, but because you think you can because you like, nah, you ain't built for it because you don't even get time for yourself. You don't get time for yourself. You know what I'm saying? What they were actually doing was they were trying to see, one, putting the pressure on me, two, seeing which one of them was going to bow out. What ended up inevitably happening, everybody's brains got fried. And we all just tossed up. Everybody went their own way. Woman went and found her somebody. This woman went and found her somebody. She's married. She got a kid now. Everybody's happily. I moved on, got along, and now I'm everybody moved on happily. There was some battle scars on me. I got beat up a couple of times. It's a lot. There was a lot, man. There was a lot.
Fuck that. I wasn't telling nothing. I was like, why does China need to know what the fuck is going on in Harlem? You don't even know what she's doing. What are you worried for?
Because
when I was in the situation, when he asked, I told everything.
Yeah, because I
the problem with that though, from where I was, this is me talking from back then. Again, I was a completely monogamous man before I became neglected, and I went out and did what the fuck I did. I shouldn't have did it. But anywho, from where I'm standing, that shit creates insecurities when you tell them everything like, yo, mind your business. You and I got what we got. Why are you worried about that? Like, eat what's on your plate.
It does to a degree. It absolutely can, because they started comparing themselves to the other. They started following each other on social media. They started asking more questions, and I would stonewall. I didn't pillow talk, so I'm stonewalling at a certain point. Like, you worried about the wrong thing. Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? So, because once you invite that becomes the new norm. They can't help but to inquire.
Man, they don't stop.
I ain't gonna lie. I told all the truth on purpose.
So you trying to get rid of that nigga?
No, it wasn't that.
Was his dick bigger than mine? It's different.
It's different. Wow. Wait. Did they ask that question? Did somebody ask that question?
Bro, of course they did. Of course, yes, they did.
He didn't ask that question.
Nobody asked that question?
That question wasn't asked.
Woo, boy, okay.
And that was a question I wasn't going to answer either. But
you are smart, boy.
Hey, y'all didn't let me know when y'all finish this subject. I done judge y'all as much as I can judge. Y'all let me know when y'all done.
No, so what it boiled down to, because I'm the one who asked to open the marriage, and then when he found out it was open, it was like, but wait, I didn't think you was gonna actually do it. So now you dared me. Now I gotta do it.
So what caused you to open it? I'm sorry, this is going way off topic. Was it because did he cheat before that?
So what caused me to open it is one day I had been in therapy at the time for about 6 months, and I realized that something that was vastly important to me was having an emotional connection with my other. I'm demisexual. If I don't have an emotional connection, ain't nothing working. Nothing. And I did not have one with my husband at the time. So
yeah, y'all was roommates. I got you.
Pretty much. That's what it felt like. So I was like, I want to give you the space to be in this marriage how you want to be in it eventually, but it seems like we're not on the same page. So rather than sit here and continue to fuss with you to get you to give me the things I need, let me go get them elsewhere.
It's quite logical.
I'm not going nowhere, but so I can stop fussing with you, let me go get them elsewhere. And I'll never forget this because we had just moved to Florida at the time, and I was cooking, I was cleaning, I was doing laundry, all of that. And he's like,
that nigga was in that shit right there. He said the whole, listen, what's it called, the cleanup man? He said, oh, the fuck off.
I was doing what he had wanted me to do. He was wanting certain things from me, but I didn't have the space mentally to even contemplate doing those things because I was so unhappy. But here I had somebody kind of taking that weight off of him, so that gave me an opportunity to do the things
literally
that made me happy. So it was a relationship support professional. But then egos got involved and blew that shit up. So it is what it is.
Yeah. He called that nigga was like, hey, I'm coming to you man to man.
I'm gonna tell you how egos. I'm gonna tell you how egos really get involved, and I will tell all men, this is something that y'all men don't consider. If the man opens the relationship, or the woman, doesn't matter. Men, please listen. Y'all can't compete with the number of willing and swinging dicks that will be the side dude or the other dude. There is the number of men willing to be the other man
significantly high
is so significant that the number of women willing to be the under woman is minuscule compared to the men. So a woman can walk outside and get hit upside her head by 30 of those dudes in a blink. You got to go find. You got to really find it. You have to either get lucky and it runs up on you, or find. Women ain't even got to look any direction a woman looks. There's a dude willing to come in and be the other dude. Any
Literally
direction.
that day,
Up, down,
I had
left, right.
like 6 dudes in my inbox.
And so a lot of times dudes think when it gets open that it's like I'm being single. I get to go out here and explore. But you got to be honest too. So when you go to these other women, I'm like, oh yeah, me and my wife are in an open relationship. A lot of women ain't into that shit. A lot of men don't care.
Niggas don't give a fuck because they don't care about the responsibility. That's what it is.
I'm telling you. So but a lot of dudes think that because it's open now what they would have to do to actually even get close, and it's still not going to be close. The numbers just don't add up. What they would have to do as married men would be to lie about their relationship status. They would have to lie to even really get a grasp of attention. But it's still not on the same level as a woman. It's not. So a lot of dudes go into it thinking that they're going to get a whole bunch of women that are about that life, and it's not. I mean,
it's because dick is cheap, bro. You can get dick on clearance.
Yeah, but even emotional connection side of it, more men are willing to roll that dice than women. Way more, because more men think they can manage it,
and they never
women.
can.
Trust me, it's a lot of side dudes that become psychos too. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, them niggas lose their mind.
Yeah. I personally know a couple where her side dude was a cop, and he was turning their life up. This dude would show up. The cop side dude would show up to the house, and he would shine that light into their bedroom at night.
What?
I'm telling you, I got stored.
He was crying too.
In the squad car shining light, bro.
Why you sleeping in the bed with him?
Yo,
yeah, niggas really do. Them side niggas really do be getting out of line. Like, bro, you do know she ain't your woman, right?
Bro. I've known some that have become domestically violent.
Wow.
With another man's woman.
I've
seen it go very bad. Anyway, I ain't gonna belabor this topic too long because Frank said, man, I ain't got nothing for that one. I do got one though. So I asked last week, and we got 2 more, and we're gonna shut it down. I asked last week, should the court of law hold people accountable or should the legal system hold both men and women accountable for relationship issues that become civil disputes? And by that, I mean, you find out this person is cheating on you and you get in your feelings about it. And rightfully so. But then you do something. You tear up their car, you tear up their clothes. But my question is, should they hold both people accountable? Because even though the person that destroyed the property is the person that objectively did something wrong, would they have done that if you had not stepped out? I'm gonna play a clip from this video where where I think it's some judge. I think it's Judge Judy. She handles a situation rightfully so. But I'm just like, should it have went both ways? Should there have been a judgment on both parties? Because there's a cause and effect, right? So here we go.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Pointer versus Lahai. Step forward, please.
Brian Pointer is suing his ex-fiancée, Monica Lahai, for pouring bleach over his clothes. Monica claims Brian was cheating on her.
Mr. Pointer, the defendant used to be your girlfriend. You really used to like each other. You don't like each other anymore. You had a fight.
Yes, ma'am.
And during the fight, when you came home, it is your claim that the defendant damaged your property.
Yes, ma'am.
Thousands and thousands of dollars worth of property because she poured bleach over the property. Ms. Lahai says that she only poured bleach on one pair of jeans and the rest of the damage was caused by you when you grabbed for the bottle of bleach and it fell over the rest of the clothes that she had piled up in the middle of the floor. That's your fault.
No, it's not my fault.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not.
Ms. Lahai, let me explain something. Somebody is going to have the last word here, and I guarantee you, guaranteed, it's going to be me. Let me explain to you. I read your answer. Based upon your answer, it's your fault. Because what you said in your answer was, you did get angry because you thought he was out fooling around with somebody else.
No, I didn't think he was.
Shh, just a second. He was out fooling around with somebody
Right.
else, and he might have been. So you piled up all of his clothes.
No.
And you only poured the bleach on one pair of jeans, and when he lunged to grab it, he grabbed the bottle of bleach and poured them over the rest of the stuff.
Actually, that's not what happened. That's not what happened at all. What happened was he left the house. We were arguing. I said, come home. He wanted to hang up the phone. I said, I keep calling back and back. He hangs up the phone. I said, okay, left a voicemail. Guess what? You don't come home, something's going to happen to your clothes. Next thing I know, all of a sudden he had to go to work, though, but he coming back. You know, so I grabbed the bottle, you right. I had his little pants out. I was like, what do you want to say now? You want to talk to me now, right? He over there acting all just like he ain't want to say nothing now. You know that's exactly what happened, too. Didn't nobody pile your...
Listen to me! Where do you think you are? You think you're on Springer? You're not. You're not. You want to go to a therapist? Go someplace.
No, I don't need a
else.
therapist.
Listen to me.
I don't need to see a therapist. I don't
Only
need to
one
be here right
person is
now.
going
This,
to
I
have.
don't need
Only
no
one person.
therapist.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of
Excuse me?
$5,000.
No. What about my computer? But what about my computer?
That's all.
What about my computer? But you gonna sit here and let me? You gonna walk away like that? That don't even make no sense. What about my computer? I don't get no chance to say nothing.
I told you, it's my playpen. I have the word.
You didn't hear nothing I gotta say about
Go
nothing.
someplace
You just wanna sit
else.
here. I knew he was cheating around. I found his emails.
Well, I was just going out with co-workers,
I'm calling him out on it. He want to say, oh, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing.
and she assumed that I was cheating, and I wasn't.
Yeah, you are. I got proof of it right here.
You know, it is what it is. We're here now.
And now the next case.
So honestly, my
Lahai.
question is, should he be held? Look, if he actually cheated and the results of cheating were that she destroyed the property.
No. Here's the thing, right? If you here's why I'm saying that. Here's why I say no. Here's why I say no. And you talking to a semi-simp. Well, this is why they hear me out, right? I mean, I leave a lot of room for women to go fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe women have the luxury of emotional irrationality. You understand what I'm saying? Men don't have that luxury. However, I feel like if you open that door to allowing a person grace for their emotional irrationality in the heat of the moment, it's gonna be mad people claiming that shit to include niggas. And y'all just finished saying earlier today that niggas is ready to kill women over rejection alone. You understand what I'm saying? I can't imagine what the fuck a nigga would do if he came home, you see what I'm saying, and he found out some text messages or some shit. Shorty fuck around and get absolutely slaughtered. You understand what I'm saying? What we gonna say? Well, she was cheating. What the fuck? Like, when does that become an excuse to fuck up property or a person? You understand what I'm saying? In my personal opinion, like, I understand. I'm very accepting of the fact that yes, that shit hurt, and it can make you think some really crazy fucking things. I've been there. You understand what I'm saying? I've been there. However, that doesn't give you the right to fuck up, like, physically fuck up property or person, like they body. I don't think that gives you the right automatically. You can be mad. You can get, if you want to, you go after their reputation, be like, this nigga he was cheating. He's out here fucking around on me. I did this. You do whatever you need to do. But to actually physically go there, I think that's what opens Pandora's box. And I don't think nobody want to go down that street.
Well, and what I'm asking though is, so when the judge ruled that what she did was wrong and she got to replace it, you don't think the judge should have been like, hey, bro, I'm gonna tax you a little bit because what you did set her off?
No, absolutely
not. I'm just asking.
There's no proof. Number one, there's no proof. Now, what I do think should happen is, if you are in a situation where someone has done something emotionally to trigger you and has caused you some distress, Just like you sue somebody who hit you in the car, I have emotional distress.
Man, come on.
Take it to the
Come
court.
on. I agree with that shit.
Okay.
Hell, that,
Yeah, there you go.
nigga, let me tell you something. And I can talk about this now because I already started the case. I am dead ass suing the nigga that fucked my ex-wife. I'm suing him for all the money that I'm spending in child support, quite literally. So it's like I never paid a dime in child support. I'm petty like that. I'm petty like that. You understand what I'm saying? Now I'm not gonna lie, like you didn't get on some gangster shit initially. However, I wised up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I don't even gotta do this. I'm gonna fuck up my livelihood. I got an amazing career. I'm doing well for myself. What I look like? I'm not doing that.
You know, in the United States of America, you can absolutely weaponize the legal system like that. And I'm not against it. But Alicia, you was finna say something. I want you to lose your thought, girl. Go ahead and say what you was finna say.
I done lost that thought already.
No, what are you doing over there? What? She got the scream. She got the scream. But so you don't think the court should even remotely hold the cheater accountable in that?
No. No. You gotta have emotional restraint. And there's other stuff that you can do to combat somebody cheating on you. You can leave, like you can leave without having a record or having to be on Judge Judy. But people let their ego and they instability get the best of them. They don't fix it, and then you end up. Some people go to prison because they couldn't control their temper or their actions. And honestly, it don't be worth it in the end. It seems like it in the moment, but no, long term. And I was a hothead in my early 20s, and so my ex-husband seen some things thrown across the room before. But in a healthy relationship, I had to get that shit together. So you can't carry on like that. So if you break somebody's shit despite what they doing, you got to pay for that. Period.
Right. I'll never forget, man. This woman, man. Oh God, I'm reliving my trauma. Bro, this woman, she came up in the crib. So after I was out and about for a day, this woman looked on social media and saw I was out and about having a good old day. She said, "Oh, you were just having a good time." And so when she's on the phone, I didn't put two and two together. You know what I'm saying? She was on the phone and she was driving. I figured she just driving down the road. And then you know how you can hear when a person's talking and they right outside that echo. I'm like, oh shit, you over here now. So I didn't think nothing of it. And when I opened the door, I think she had a key to my place, so she was gonna open it, but I thought we was probably cool. I didn't know she had a stick in her hand. And bruh, like, man, it was a bad night.
Damn.
It was a bad night. It was a bad night, man. She told some shit up in there. Again, I was just asking if the person that is on the receiving end of physical damage or assault or whatever should be able to say, say, okay, I'm gonna get my stuff back. But the person that's been lied to, like Sheffy said, you can sue them too. What's his name?
I think you should be able to. It's still emotional distress, and you can be compensated. It's no different than you've been in a long-term relationship with somebody and y'all break up. You can sue for palimony. Partnership alimony. So I'm fine with the legal system being used to that fact. At the end of the day, I think in a lot of cases, people have been allowed to move with disregard for other people. Folk ain't suing folk enough. Did you say? They ain't suing people enough.
Do people have the means to pay money to sue somebody over emotional distress because they got cheated on?
All you need is a good lawyer. All you need is a good lawyer. You don't need no money. You don't need no money.
Oh, okay. I ain't never.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I went in that office crying, and he was like, "Man, I can see the pain." I was like, "Yo, help me."
Yeah. Like even with things like libel and slander online. You see what Cardi B did to old girl. People ain't getting sued enough.
Yeah, I will say that doesn't cost a lot. See, the things that don't cost a lot of money are the things that when lawyers look at it, they see a win. If they look at it and see a win, they're like, "Oh yeah, we got you. Don't worry about it."
Especially sign this engagement agreement. Give us 40% of your payout.
How much? Well, I guess I was gonna ask how much is emotional distress for somebody who got cheated on, but I guess it would depend on the circumstances. Are they
Yeah.
missing work? What they
Don't be over there taking notes.
It's
Don't
at
be over
least
there.
about 25 grand.
You know.
Look, Alicia, like I couldn't go on tour. Alicia, like it was 2016. I started my career. I couldn't go on
Right.
tour.
I'm like, I need to.
I lost all this money on these venues. I calculate that for inflation. This motherfucker owed me $67,000. I'm going to sue. I see what you're doing over
I
there.
exhausted exactly $11,576 in PTO.
And you, so I'm
Right.
you can get all that back. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay.
Frank, you got
ain't suing people enough. Period.
Yeah, you got to take on that, Frank, before we move to the last subject.
Yeah, man. Nobody is responsible for your behavior but you.
Yeah,
No
I
matter
agree.
what anyone does, you're responsible for how you respond to it.
Yep.
Right.
So it's in your best interest to respond wisely so that you may have the leverage of
Bring it home, Pastor, so that you may be blameless.
Huh?
I said, bring it home, Pastor, so that you may be blameless.
Yeah.
Right.
Without spotted blemish.
It is easier to guilt somebody if you're blameless.
Yeah. True.
I'm telling you, man. That's why I tell my kids, man, that I tell them all the time, make sure that you're in the right. Because when you're in the right, I can defend you against anything.
Yeah.
But when you're wrong, my hands are tied.
Yeah,
So those
I
consequences
totally
are yours. But that chick on that show, you can tell from jump, she did it.
Yeah,
She did
yeah, and
all
not only that, and she,
Oh yeah,
she
she'll fight.
and she bucking on
fight a
Judge
man.
Judy. Yeah, she bucking on Judge Judy.
Judy come down and handle her.
I think I need to go back to therapy because I ain't gonna lie to you, yo, it turned me on, bro.
That's
Shit.
funny.
Man, this son of a gun. Yes, you need to go to therapy. More therapy, man.
Yes, you
man,
do.
I was sitting over here like I could fix her.
What is? I can fix her.
That's
She gives me a little
hilarious.
love,
I can
love,
see that.
loyalty, little love, loyalty. But you know what? Honestly, though, Jamel, you're not far off. Because when people have experienced just disloyalty so much, there a lot of times disloyalty is enough to, once they realize that they finally got that, they be good. Like especially when you transparent and open. Like I've seen people who've been screwed over and they want somebody to prove it. And then somehow, one way or another, they come across that person that's willing to say, I ain't got nothing to hide. My phone's open. My this is open. And they be sitting there like, I got one who ain't doing nothing. It might take them some time to get there, to stop questioning and stop looking. But once they realize that's what
man.
you better stay out that man's phone.
Listen, oh my God. That's so funny. It happened like 3 weeks ago. And I got trauma from my ex-husband. And what surprised me is like when I was talking to him about it, he wasn't even upset that I went through the phone. He was just like, well, why did you accuse me instead of asking? He was like, next time if you have an issue, he was like, just ask me and we could talk about it. And he was like, I would have felt the same way. And it made me like trust him because I'm like, he didn't even like.
Yeah, he got cheeks that night, didn't he? He got cheeks that night.
Yeah,
of
course.
Oh shit. She was like,
he's like, it's like with each situation, you're learning to like kind of break that all down of like, I can't trust you because of like the past relationship. Because I have an anxious attachment style. And I don't know if y'all familiar with attachment styles, but he's secure and there's a total difference in being in a relationship with that type of person.
Yeah.
It makes me more secure.
That's what's up. I would say, man, yeah, when there is something of question, I can be very militant and don't question me about nothing, goddamn it. And I said I'm good. I ain't gave you no reason to think I ain't doing good, so leave me alone.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm like, something so what was that thing? And then I saw this, and you move like this, so I want to know what that is. And I'm like, oh shit.
I ain't secure. Nobody's insecurities.
I remember one time I was on the phone with this dude right here, man. Me and my ex was together. And I had this rule of when my wife walks into the house or when I walk into the house, we disengage with the world. If we on the phone, we get out. I walk in, I hang up the phone, go in there, greet my wife, blah, blah, blah. Same thing if she walks in the house. If I'm on the phone, I hang up the phone. Hey, wife's home. I'm gonna hit you back. So I'm getting off the phone with this dude right here. And my wife is walking in the bedroom and the bedroom door was closed. And so when she walks in the bedroom, I'm like, all right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Click. And so when she looks at me, I didn't even realize she was seeing nothing. I don't know. And then later on, she had a little stinking attitude. I'm like, what's going on with you? You're tripping. And she's like, well, who's you on the phone with? I'm like, when? She's like, well,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Shit like that. I don't even like shit like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't like that.
Hey, you gotta realize, hey, this is me we talking about. This is me. I had a history, okay? Let's be
I get it. My default in relationships be monogamy. So when I be thinking, if you accuse me of shit out the gate, I'll be like, yo, ew. Like that shit's a turn off.
Nah, true, but this is me we talking about. So I had already had a bit of a history. But when she asked that, and then when she told me what triggered her, I was like, oh shit. And so I was like, man, here, take the phone. And I just gave her the phone. I was like, I was on the phone with this dude, and she didn't even look through the phone. I'm like, no, I hung up the phone because we got a rule, we got a precedent set. When you walk in, I want to be available to you. I was just in this room, the door was closed because I was making up the bed, and it was cool because I didn't bite her head off like, how dare you question me? Ain't nobody on the phone doing something. See, you always questioning a nigga.
Well,
man, trust me for doing shit. See, I could have been out here fucking bitch, and I ain't.
Right there.
I got two things. One, I would say, dang, okay, back to that. But I do want to say something to Steffi. Did I say your name right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have an avoidant attachment style? Give me that.
No, for me, it's more along the lines of I am so blatantly truthful about everything. Don't question me.
Okay. But and I understand that, right? But the reason why it feels avoidant because you're not willing to give the reassurance that the person is asking for. And I don't think that's necessarily a negative or bad thing in a relationship because sometimes people need that.
Well, the reason I don't want to give the reassurance in that moment is because I have spent an exhausting amount of time reassuring every day before that.
I swear for God.
That's how I be operating too. But hold on, but that's why I said, that's why I owned I had a history. So
I never.
They never stop. It's like somebody that borrow money. They never fucking stop. They constantly like, well, what's this? Like, yo, once you open that door, it don't stop. I don't like that shit.
I do feel like my job as a woman, if I'm gonna be in this relationship, and sometimes you will get triggered, but if we come to a solution, then it's my job as a spouse to say, I've picked a man with integrity, and you got to give him the benefit of the doubt. Or sometimes you're not going to. It's not going to look legit all the time because you may not see all of the pieces. So if we had this conversation one time, and now I'm talking from personal experience, then it's my duty as his woman to be like, okay, I trust this man. I can't keep putting my triggers and my bullshit on him because he's went above and beyond to show me that he is a man of integrity. So now it's my responsibility to get my triggers together.
And you know what'll happen when a man sees that. But when a man, it works in the reverse too. When a man knows that you have triggers and he sees you're giving him the benefit of the doubt that he's earned, it works the other way too. He's like, you know what, damn, I appreciate you not hitting me over the head with that shit. You know, I got you. You know, ain't gonna be like, even like what Chef, because Chef, like you said, you're so honest and forthcoming that even if they get triggered, more than likely your default is don't accuse me. If you let me know you were triggered, baby, come on now. You know, my mama Sheffy, come on now, baby. You know I wouldn't have.
My ex-husband accused me of cheating one time. He was like, well, you ain't answer my phone quick enough, blah, 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 blah. And I said, okay, was I cheating on you when I did this? And I ran down the gambit of everything I had done the whole 3 years prior. Shut that shit all the way down. Because at the end of the day, what you ain't gonna do is come at my integrity. My integrity is important.
Yeah,
to me.
man. Yeah, that gets people, bro. And even Frank is like that, bro. Like,
because I work hard to be truthful. I ain't just go out and cheat on you. I came to you and asked you for an open marriage until you agreed to it. I ain't never cheated a day in my life, and I'll never do it because I'm gonna be upfront and honest enough to just say, "Hey, here, this is how I'm feeling. Let's communicate about it. Let's solve the problem." I'm an engineer. I'm a problem solver. That's what I do on a regular basis, and I don't just do it for my job. I do it in my life. I'm gonna always talk about how I feel. I'm gonna always come to the table with here's the problem. Here's what I think the solution is. Let's talk through it and see if you agree or disagree. Let's come to a consensus of some things here. I'm not gonna sit around and be mad at you for a week. No,
right.
We mad today. Let's talk it through today.
So we can have sex.
Exactly.
We can have
Exactly.
We can have sex tonight.
I mean, even then though, like I'm the type of nigga outside of wanting to get past shit, I'm the type of nigga like when I say what it is, then that's just what the fuck it is. Like I'm not the kind of nigga to go back on what I say. So if you asking me over and over again, like you're not like, all right, you know what? You get replaced. I need somebody else.
Right. Nobody wants that's nagging.
Yep.
Right,
Ain't nobody
look
gonna do
at-
all that. No, I ain't reassuring nobody.
I think we hit. I think we hit somewhat of a consensus there. Last topic, last one we got. Do y'all believe? And man, I believe y'all gonna probably piss me off.
Oh, I know which one you about to do.
There's this dude who claims to be a cyborg from the future. Man,
never speak.
I want to know if y'all believe that this dude can possibly be a cyborg from the future.
Absolutely not. But he's a good actor.
Hold on. Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let him talk. I'm gonna let him talk his shit, and y'all tell me if y'all believe there's any possible truth to this.
Why did you take time out to come here?
Because we wish to spread our message.
And give me the principal tenets of your message.
We are a collective conscious and a cyborg sent from the year 2050, sent from a higher civilization to warn people of the incoming apocalypse.
How will it end?
With environmental disaster, technological singularity, disease, and famine.
And will you fall victim to that demise at the same time, the collective you?
Our body will, the real Orin body will, but the collective will stay alive.
And the collective will exist in what plane? I mean, will the planet still be here?
The planet will be destroyed.
Okay. Will you be mechanized by then?
We are already mechanized.
But you're not mechanized now.
We are. There is a brain implant, which is how we speak to you right now. Orin is but a shell.
Okay.
You don't have a brain implant.
So as you sit here now, you're mechanized.
Correct.
Okay, because I thought I understood you to say that you are becoming mechanized.
Yes. We will become fully mechanized as in the commercial sense shown on our shirt.
Okay,
but we are already mechanized.
But not fully?
No.
Okay, just partially mechanized.
Correct.
What part of you is mechanized?
Our brain, our legs.
Okay, your legs are mechanized?
Inside, yes. We've had operations.
Okay, so if we x-ray your legs, we would see mechanized legs, not bone and muscle.
Correct.
Would not be the same.
It is a combination of flesh and steel.
Right.
We are not saying that we are invincible. We are saying that we have merged with technology, with machine.
Right.
In order to stay alive.
I've got really crappy knees, so I would love to have mechanized legs. It'd be a great thing. What do cyborgs do for fun?
Learn.
What do cyborgs think is humorous?
We do not know.
Are there any cyborg jokes, like 3 cyborgs walked into a bar?
Humans think that the world will last forever. That is a lie. That is funny.
Yeah. Okay. Do you form relationships?
Yes. We must get out our message and collaborate with people.
And you say you don't want to tie yourself up with a job because if you have a job, you can't spread your message.
Correct. Our job is spreading the message.
I have a job and spread my message. I mean, it works for me. And that's why you do your music, right?
Correct.
When did you find that you had musical talent? Have you always had that awareness?
There's always been an interest in sonics, yes. Humans are innately connected to rhythm and beat.
Do you enjoy the music?
It is pleasing, yes.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description.
Yo,
what?
Yeah. You love this guy. You love this guy. Go ahead, Frank.
I believe this nigga, man. I believe this nigga. For the simple fact, this nigga stays in character so much that his mama took him to Dr. Phil. All because this nigga he don't wanna work, he wanna make his mixtape. All of this because this nigga wanna rap.
What better way to stay in the studio, boy? Hey, look at the dude. Look at him.
Keep it
Look at him. He's stone faced the whole time.
Man, this nigga driving his mama crazy, man. That nigga orange, boy. That nigga a cyborg, man.
He said that nigga on, boy.
Can't no mere mortal keep up an act this long. This nigga is man and machine. That nigga orange is the T2000.
He said we got brain we got brain implants, and then he said they got leg implants too. I'd have been like, hey, run. Let me see, how fast can you run, bro? I want to see. But yo, listen. Let's be 100% clear about something. If it was real, this is the same reaction we would have.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
This is
it's
what
a movie
this
on that. On Netflix.
Bro, I'm telling we even though things are science fiction, even though we believe that the technology ain't there yet, whatever it is, we would so quickly dismiss it and laugh about it, and then you turn around later and then it's proved, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah.
Look,
It
man,
sound
we just
crazy.
got aliens confirmed. I believe that dude.
It sound crazy, but he's so in character, or he committed to whatever that shit is. He is committed that it damn near be like, I don't know if I want to count him all the way out. Let me just put a bookmark here.
Bro, if I had that face right there and was able to stay that stone faced in so many situations, cheating, lying in school, late to work, did I clock in when I say I did? Did I ride the clock on purpose? This dude, I want to know what his pulse rate was up to. His pulse rate probably never got above 80. Like you see, like he probably was so cool. Like he don't even
be that man.
Like, his face never flinches. Look at never flinches. Not from one flinch. I'm jealous. I'm truly jealous that he ain't pulled that
Then
off.
he got smart with Dr. Phil, because Dr. Phil said, well, what's funny? You
What's
know?
funny? He like,
I
okay.
think it's funny that life is gonna be over.
Yeah. He said humans think the world is gonna last forever. That's funny. He said that is funny.
Has been assimilated by the board. Don't play with it.
Yeah, don't play with my boy right there. My boy,
the robot petty as hell.
And you know what? Let me hold on. And we gotta look at Mama face, because Mama fed up. Mama's so tired. Look at Mama. Hold on. Look. Go back. Look at Mama face. When they go to Mama face, Mama is so tired of this shit. All she wants that
Mama
dude
is
go back.
tired.
Mama done already paid for 2 semesters of school. He don't want any more bad groceries. Look at Mama. Look at Mama.
Mama
Don't do Mama like that.
That lady only 45 years old. She is wore out.
Look at mama. Look, she's tired. That is a sign of a tired black woman.
She's sick of that nigga,
boy. She's so sick of him. Leisha said she got to go. Have a good night, Alicia. We appreciate you. You better come
Yeah, I'm
back.
definitely gonna come back. This is always a lot of fun. I love all of y'all insight.
On the calendar, girl. Put us on the calendar. Yeah.
Is she you in the group?
Yeah, I'm in the group.
Yeah, she in the group.
We be arguing all the time. Shit.
She's our celebrity. She's one of
Whatever. Please don't do
I'm
that.
always sharing her. She's a stand-up comedian. I'm always sharing her stuff.
Damn, you lying?
Yeah. Y'all better pull up. And quit
You gotta turn the camera on, bitch.
Man.
I'm in my pajamas now. That's why I turned off the camera.
She ain't in pajamas. That's lingerie. Cause baby pulling up. That's why she gotta go. We ain't judging. Go ahead.
I'll talk to y'all later.
Bye.
All right. Have a good night, baby.
Bye.
I'm telling you, man, the way science is right now, that man could be telling the truth for real.
I will say this, man. Y'all know. Listen, I'm a sci-fi fiend. I've already seen the movie The Creator. Y'all, it ain't even on y'all's radar. I know, because y'all don't get with it, man.
Denzel Washington son.
Yeah, you ain't seen it though, so get off me. You ain't seen it. You know what? Normally I tell you. See, that's what I'm saying. See, you so disrespectful. See, normally I tell you when I see it.
You told me you saw that.
Yeah, but I wasn't finna tell you about it. I'm gonna leave it alone. You mind your business. Don't worry about it.
I won't watch it when it comes to HBO.
At any rate, bro, there are certain things that are so realistic, and then there's certain things that are far from realistic. And I think the realistic things makes us the most comfortable. I don't know if y'all have ever seen this movie called Ad Astra with Brad Pitt, and it's a very comfortable sci-fi movie because they basically colonize the moon and the moon is nothing but a launch pad. Mars has an underground base, and his father is way out at Neptune with an antimatter machine, and he's lost his mind. But that's so realistic because based on the technology we have now, in 15 years, that can be a reality, right? But this is so far-fetched based on everything we've been presented to where we can't receive it as anything other than humor. However, it would be nuts if this was real, and in 10 years, everybody's looking back, or in 20 years, everybody's looking back at this video of this dude like, hey, man, we were told.
No, I'm gonna be looking at them people and say, I told y'all.
Thank you. I'm with Frank.
I bet you won't. I bet you won't take his face and draw a comic of his legs on the inside. Show us what he look like, dude. You need to do. Take a picture, dude. Frank, take a picture. Take a picture. I'm telling you, bro. If you draw a picture, split his face in half, show us the mechanized version, I will replay this. I will splice it, and I will put it up, and I'll make a reel out of it. I'm telling you, that'll be dope. Yeah, man. Get old boy in there.
You gotta come through. You gotta,
because he even got the mechanical bone structure. Like, look at his face. Look how sharp he got a face that's so hard and chiseled to where if you get off and there's some metal under there, you be like, hey man, I saw it.
Hey,
yeah.
And they're on the future.
He said that nigga on the future. Y'all didn't see Alicia said in the private chat that all he needed was some coochie. That's what it is. You know what? I believe if somebody put that thigh out. Look, I believe. Look. I don't know how old Orrin is, but if he got a strong back and he in Sheffy basement for about a good 3 months, he gonna come out human as hell. I'm just saying. You know, Sheffy, you done just dropped the baby. You know what I'm saying? Time to, eventually you healing up, girl. I see you dropping your weight. You're posting your videos. Somebody's son or somebody's uncle finna go need his water. He gonna need his water. See, we don't
I'm in the market for somebody else's baby daddy because I'm not having no more children.
Oh hell, you ain't gonna need to.
Trust bring your kids with you. We can pile up in the Tessie.
Oh yeah, because Orrin ain't got no kids yet. Orrin ain't got no kids yet. Orrin gonna fall in love and he gonna want babies running around.
I will not.
Yeah. You don't even want to do that. Yeah. I 100% get it. Yeah, I thought it was entertaining. I will say this: I don't believe this man. I will give him a 5% chance of it being real because anything's possible. But based on probability, do I believe it? Hell no. I'll be sitting there roasting him in the I would be roasting the shit out of him if I was in the audience. However, at the end of it,
assimilated.
No. At the end of it, I'm gonna walk up to him at the end. Hey, dog, I was just having fun with you. Let's dap up real quick. We good. I ain't trying to be. I don't want no smoke because I want him to look at his notepad and look at me and be like, all right, I'll scratch him off that list. I'm just saying, bro. I don't want no smoke.
I be one of the people writing codes for the new robots.
See, you one of the humans they enslaved. They're gonna put you in charge of the other humans. That's the problem. See, y'all smart ones, y'all techies, y'all smart ones. They're gonna put y'all in charge of the other humans. They're gonna enslave old strong back, big chest right there. Look at him. Look at how strong he look. Look at his arms. Hold on. Look at his arm and his chest. See, they know they can chop his legs off, but his strong ass can still do something with that arm and upper body. So it don't matter.
they gonna be cyborg for real.
Yeah, they're gonna chop his bottom half. They're gonna say he has done no leg work. Let's replace the lower half. They're gonna chop that nigga legs off. They're gonna chop his lower half off, leave everything there, and he gonna be in the mines.
I say you, Frank. I be like, he gotta be my personal bodyguard. That's how I'm gonna save you.
Oh, look
Hold on.
You gotta save me too, Chef. Hey, what?
Nah, we gonna assimilate you.
God damn, Chef. Damn, Chef. What I do?
Because you don't believe. You're a non-believer.
Okay. So if I become a believer, I can get the love.
We can talk about it.
Yeah, let me become
I have a whole office of my people.
I'm gonna move it up to 10%. There's a 10% chance that Owen ain't full of shit. Anyway, I did say, man, Frank, man, I said we'd make it 2 hours. We had 2 hours 11 minutes. I appreciate y'all, man. Jamel, he might have timed out because he had the office, but I think this was a good one. We covered everything. I'm gonna have to clip this bad boy up. I gotta clip the last ones up because we got a bunch of goodies in these last couple ones I ain't been able to get into. But hey, man, that's the end of it. Y'all have a good night. I don't see no little babies in Sheffy background, so she's safe. Frank, man, go get you something to eat, and I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good
one.
Y'all
have a good night.